Hey there guys, Datsa here, and today you're going to be seeing my redesign of Zelda. When I think of Zelda, I think of interesting moods and adventure and discovery. So when I first set out to start digitally painting and creating a piece, I had these big ambitions. I wanted to make this huge rock fortress that had its own little places to go, its own little cave systems and all that, and I can tell you right now that even though it was kind of smooth in the beginning, the moment I started coloring it, the moment I sat down and really started rendering it, was the moment that it began really falling apart. So I had to scrap it. I had to completely scrap it and try again. And not only did one sketch follow, but up to like 5 or 6 sketches followed where I completely flopped. And funnily enough, my ambition level went down to where I'm drawing this village as you see right now. If I'm going to be honest, this village was kind of the last frontier, because if I was going to fail doing this village, then I was probably just going to resort to drawing a pebble and maybe have a smurf or something show up. And just as the first ambitious painting, it went smoothly. It was just fine, 10 out of 10, I was having a decent time, and then when it started to take shape, when I really started rendering it, problems arose. First things first, there was no subject matter. Right, there were a few rocks, there was this weird little red temple, but there wasn't anything to really grapple you into it, to really say, hey, I want to jump into that world and play that right now. So I came to a very complex, years to develop plan, and that involved putting some white balls in there, some just big white balls. But it kind of got worse, after the balls got put there, it was like, well, what's Link gonna do with them? So it was at the very, very, very last minute, I decided to make this more of an Easter egg redesign, so I added Majora's Mask right on the balls. Even though I kind of intended this redesign to be based on Breath of the Wild a little bit, or at least inspired by. So now you're probably saying, Datsa, the whole painting still sucks, what are you talking about? Well, I think I may have found the issue. So on the very left, I also, at the very last minute, added a black bridge, and it really made the whole composition flow a lot better, I feel, because at first you just had this random village with these random rocks popping out of the ground, and it was just like, what the heck's happening, right? Adding that bridge there makes the whole thing work. And finally, drawing Link came along. I went on super red alert version, super mode Datsa, and I tried to really find an interesting silhouette and tried to render him out as close to Link as I could. I think I did an okay job, especially considering that I don't tend to do characters too much, so I'll take that. However, there was one problem. Link was slouching. He looked exhausted. It was almost like he was tired of seeing all these white balls. So I went out of my way, looked at reference, and made sure that his pose was a little bit more, let's just say, optimistic. But yeah, other than that, everything went 100% super easy. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Next time, we're going to be doing a redesign of Nier Automata. I also want to mention that we actually had an art competition in the Apollo Discord, which is an art Discord I help run. So I'm going to be posting the results right after I'm done talking. It was an awesome experience, and I appreciate everybody who participated. Anyways, this has been Datsa, and remember that nothing awesome happens inside of your comfort zone. See you next Saturday.